Hello.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to A Couple of Sassholes podcast. I'm Brooklyn Johnson.
And I'm Heather Terry.
And for anyone who doesn't know, this is our power hour of true crime where we talk about fucked up people doing fucked up shit, usually for fucked up reasons or sometimes for no reasons at all.
Yes.
Because motherfuckers be crazy.
Do you cuss? That's weird.
I know, right? No, not much.
If anybody's playing a drinking game, they're already blacked out.
I am pre-apologizing because I am cracked out, not on actual crack, on caffeine and adrenaline.
Yes.
Firstly, because I am leaving for a bachelorette party after this in Georgia in a cabin where I'm leaving later than everyone else. I'm driving alone. And I know I'm going to arrive to this cabin in the woods at like 8 or 9 o'clock tonight. And I have no idea the cell signal thing. So like I hadn't been worried about it at all until literally last night. I was like, I really hope I can find this place. Luckily, they'll be there like 2 hours earlier, so I'm going to call Shelby and be like, hey.
Share your location, bro.
How's the coverage? Was this easy?
Yeah,
that's a good idea. I'm going to share my location.
Yeah, have her share hers too, so then you can maybe screenshot it if you start breaking up. Well, Jess and I were giving you a speech about, because look at this bitch, first of all. It's so annoying that my best friend looks like this. But anyway, we don't want her to get sex trafficked. And she thinks that there's a cutoff on age.
You know,
but
it was one thing to say privately off the podcast that I said that. And now that Heather says that, I'm going to get like attacked on that.
Do we need to cut it?
No. Because like
normally when you think of that, you do think younger
women. And I'm like, I am on the cusp of, I turned 39 this year. So to me, I'm like, ain't nobody trying to get up on it. I'm officially getting to that age where I'm no longer being seen in public spaces.
Zoom in on my face. I'm with her in public spaces all the time. People be looking.
Oh my goodness. It's probably because of my face, my skin. Can we talk about
oh my gosh, that was a perfect segue.
Like, okay. So I'm highlighting that I do know that I threw on 2 layers of fake tanner last night, and I did this without my facial peel being completed. So my neck looks like I was doing a very artistic painting experience because half of it is tan and then the other half, it's literally like I went to Suntan City, got a spray tan, and then poured water down.
It kind of looks like you did a tan balayage.
I balayaged my neck.
That's it. Yeah. Like it's a mood neck. We'll just call it that. Like this part's happy, this one's indifferent.
And I mean, that's kind of the phase that our necks are starting to change anyway. But
I know.
No, so we went to Hatef Aesthetics and we got we've done a chemical peel before,
right?
Which is spectacular. I remember thinking that it was great, but this time we had IPL, the laser.
Oh yeah.
Before it.
Yeah, and we'll post that stuff too.
Yes, I've been waiting to go through the whole cycle to be able to like post a video that's gonna make me look so hot because I have no tan, all my skin's coming off, and I have not an ounce of makeup on. Heather did videos where she had like eyeliner and mascara. My skin couldn't cope with me taking the eyeliner and mascara off, that I was like, I'm not wearing any makeup. I was unfuckable for a week. And I was just like, I don't care. But like, so what it does is like they do the laser first. And what that does is it brings your, your dark spots, imperfections up to the surface.
Oh,
and
they
then
all come up.
Yes. And then I got an alarm. And then the facial peel takes everything off. Mm-hmm. And I was getting I had a dentist appointment, and if you're in Owensboro, go to Janet Rowland. She literally, I was like, can we talk about my skin? And she had the whatever fucking 6 times magnification on. She's like, truly, you cannot even see your pores. She was like in it. And I'm like, this time, I don't know.
Yeah, the last time was great. This time with that combo, thanks, Amber.
Yes.
You girls trying to pull a share and turn back time.
The best we can. Yeah. And I mean, I don't think my skin is 1,000% better. When I washed my face today, it felt better than when I was like 18.
Right.
It's unbelievable. So if you're in the area, or even if you're in Nashville, Hatef Aesthetics, they're fucking amazing. Amber Teasley mentioned A Couple of Sassholes, you get a discount. So
15% off. And she does free consults, and she's not going to upsell you. So you go in there and it's like, you tell her what you want. She's not going to be like, well, you should do this, 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 and this.
Right.
So it's amazing.
And she's just the fucking tits, man.
Oh, yeah. We love glam all.
Yeah.
Speaking of faces, I keep doing this because my dog headbutted me, and Brooklyn has heard the story 19 times.
I sure have.
Yeah, but that's fine.
So I'll just take a drink.
The benefit of being a best friend. So my rescue dog, Nico, is a 65-pound husky mix, and Saturday night we went out for a little bit. I come home. Homeboy's very excited because he's still a puppy. I bent down to hug him, as I do, and he headbutted me outside, and my nose started gushing blood. Now I'm bruising. This was like a week ago, and still a little swolled.
And I can't imagine putting your glasses on it.
Oh, it hurts.
I bet.
And apparently a little yellow bruising anyway. So,
yeah.
My snoot is injured.
Basically, she talked back to Will, and Will finally fucking knocked her straight.
Will kept joking about that. He was like, don't go on your podcast and tell people I hit you. He goes, plus they'll all think you hit me. I'm like, I mean, valid, but I can't reach him. He's tall.
I'm like, I wonder if our listeners would think that.
They do now. Only where you can't see it.
Which one of us do you think would most likely domestic violence their husband?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh my God, I hope neither one of us, because I have so followed that. And then I'm going to let you talk because we are literally on a timeline today because I have to run out of here.
Let's go, girls.
But that one girl from The Bachelorette, that whole thing.
Oh.
That video, oh, fucking shit.
Oh, and that doctor from Hawaii got convicted overnight.
Yes.
Duh. The one that on her birthday, he said it was self-defense. He beat the shit out of her with a rock and then called his son and said he was going to jump off.
It was so crazy.
Nutso. Anyway.
And all of it's on, like, recording. That's a wild one.
Yeah. He was like, self-defense. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah. After she literally was able to say on record what the fuck happened.
Yeah,
like, she's literally, like, dazed.
She's
and
a badass.
blood and yeah.
Sitting right in court like he did it.
Well, yeah. Like, that would suck to do that to your...
Well... I'm going to talk about a doctor today.
I'm going to do everything I can to let you talk and for me to not act like I've had way too much caffeine. I'm going to do everything I can.
Normal recording day.
Yeah, and pretty much Jess is going to have to cut me out because I'm going to fidget like a motherfucker. They're going to be like, she did coke. She's on cocaine.
She's on coke.
I am not. I am running on pure adrenaline. And Alani knew.
Not a sponsor yet. Okay. All right, ready?
Jeez.
My sources today, Wikipedia, ABC News. You know how much I love Dr. Phil. I freaking can't stand him. There was an episode on there. There's a clip, and you'll want to watch it after I'm done. An article on AETV.com, NBCNews.com, Oxygen.com, an episode of 2020 called The Perfect Nanny. And my boyfriend, Keith, on Dateline, did an episode called Secrets in Pleasant Grove.
I thought that was the episode. My boyfriend, Keith. I was like, oh my God, you're telling me it was Keith. So it's Keith. There's a nanny and a doctor, and Keith is a doctor.
No, but I'm going to stop saying the episode and name and season numbers. They're different in every state and every region.
Yes, that's a good call.
I'm going to start saying the titles so you can Google.
And still try to find it.
Yeah. Okay. Michele Marie MacNeill, which was her married name, was born in what I think was like January 15th, 1957, to a large family with 5 kids. She had like a normal, quote unquote, childhood growing up in California and thrived in almost everything she did. As she grew up, she was very popular. She got amazing grades. She was athletic. She played the freaking violin. And on top of all that, she was smart and she was pretty. So that's a picture of her.
Wow.
Yeah.
If you were going to tell me an angel that played the violin,
right?
That is her. She's stunning.
She is.
She's giving me Dolly Parton vibes.
Yeah. Like very pretty. Michelle, gorgeous.
Like not the part of the plastic surgery, but like that vibe of just like gorgeous goddess.
Right. And she was actually homecoming queen.
Shocking.
Right, I know. Did you know I was too?
Yeah? Were you really?
Yeah.
Look at that. I was on homecoming court, but this girl did not win. I'm sure I didn't even come in fourth.
Oh my God. Yeah, and then I got in trouble because my top was too low that I wore. Anyway.
Story of our lives, man.
Right, I know. Okay, so Michelle was homecoming queen. She was an exchange student in Sweden. Cash. And she was very family oriented from a young age. She was also like a big winner in the pageant circuit while maintaining her faith. Like her religious faith was very important to her. She was raised in the LDS Church, which is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, aka she was Mormon.
Okay.
Which explains the gaggle of kids. They're known to have large offspring. Yeah. Okay. And needless to say, faith and family came first to her always, and those values led her life. Michele went to a Mormons single event there in California when she was 21. And that's where she met another Mormon single named Martin Joseph MacNeill. He was around his date of birth. He was around the same age. So he was 21-year-old man. And she fell hard and fast for old Martin. And that's a picture of a snake. There they are. That's a picture of them when they were young.
Oh, are they a Hollywood couple?
They look like one, don't they?
They look truly like a Hollywood. She gives me Shannon Tate vibes in this photo.
Yeah,
Shannon Tate. Sharon.
Yeah.
Sharon Tate.
Yeah.
And then homeboy, that chiseled jawline.
Right.
Those teeth. It's a great nose. Killer bone structure on both. Look at that.
Yeah.
What a couple.
Yeah. So,
them some lookers.
Oh my God. Martin was handsome, ambitious, driven, and working towards becoming a doctor. So he was extremely smart as well.
Golly, what a hot couple.
They began dating. So like most young love I've seen in the LDS church, they married super fast, like the same year. And they eloped for the justice of the peace and started their lives together.
You know what? I'm going to start thinking that that's more common than it is.
I think
you know what I mean? Like, we act like it's not, like, because I guess people do it all the time.
Yeah. People wait to get married later in life, and people get married earlier, but in our heads, we're, like, groomed to think it's a certain...
Yeah, that's, like, an old thing to do, but I'm like, now that I think about it, I feel like most people, once they, like, feel like they're in love, whether it's, like, full-fledged yet or not, like, I'm going to stop being so skeptical about it, and I'm just going to be like, you know what? Fucking rock out with your cock out.
Yeah, 1 out of every 2 marriages fails anyway, so do it.
It doesn't matter, right? At the end of the
dice
day,
if you want to do. If
fucking do it.
You just 5 minutes ago were able to buy your first 6-pack of beer, and now you're like, you know what? I'd love to be a spouse.
Forever. Or until we say, this wasn't really that great.
Martin's ambition was insane. It took a little bit, but he finally became a doctor. He also became a lawyer, which I've never heard of, but he was.
How did he do both?
He did.
I'm just like, both of them take like fucking
I know, yeah, that's
7 years.
There's going to be a big time gap. So
yeah, 14 years of schooling,
right.
Unless he did doctor and lawyer at once, and then we really need to talk, like his brain needs to be studied.
Yeah. He rose up the ranks in the LDS church and became one of the church leaders as well.
Of course. He has so much free time.
Yeah. They ended up having 4 children together and moved to Pleasant Grove, Utah. Michele was an amazing mother and a stay-at-home mom to the family. So when the kids started getting older, the couple decided to adopt 4 more children.
You're fucking me in the ass.
Nope. And including 3 kids from the Ukraine.
Including?
No, so they had 8 total.
Okay. I was like, if you told me they have 42, how are they allowing, like, how is that legal?
I mean, yeah.
They're not kittens. You don't get to just go to PetSmart and be like, I'll take the lot.
Well, no.
Well, I mean, doctor, lawyer money.
Right.
I'm still like cracked out on the 2, but.
Emphasis on cracked.
Woo, let's go.
I know. I'm like, put that drink down. Okay. They had it all. They had the nice house. The husband was a great provider. Michele kept the ship afloat at home, which sounds awful to me, but she was a rock star at this. And Alexis, who was one of the OG biological kids, was on the show talking a lot about her life growing up. She was also super close with her dad, like always following him around. And she even ended up becoming a doctor because of him. So, yeah.
And because that intelligence.
Right.
I was like, I really hope they have a lot of kids. Because they're just going to be hot brainiacs.
Oh, yeah.
And you're telling me that one is indeed a hot brainiac. You didn't tell me that she was pretty, but her name's Alexis. So
she's pretty. Yeah. I mean,
there's not an ugly Alexis.
Look at her parents. Like,
yeah.
Okay. So 30 years go by between the time that they met until now. Okay.
Okay.
Like a good dream life. Then in 2007, Martin and Michele turned 50. Things started changing.
Oh, no. At 50. Ooh.
Michele was still freaking gorgeous. And she aged very well, despite having 38 children. So go her.
Yeah.
Martin lost a little weight. He put on some weight over the years, as people do, and then he lost some weight, got super fit. He started tanning, and all of this was abnormal for him. Like, his daughter said he would be in the middle of a conversation with her, and he would just drop down and do 10 push-ups and jump back up. And she's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I can't lie. I used to do that when I was like ultra into stuff.
Oh God!
But obviously,
I was typing this like I bet.
I was like, I used to do that. I bet there's a. You talk to me all the time, and I sit on the floor and start stretching. So like, I get that. Yeah. But so if you obviously he's having an affair. You're giving me the pre-affair
right
menu.
He was obnoxious about it. I mean, like I said, good for him, but obviously it wasn't for health reasons. Is what I wrote. Now this is a picture of them like when they're older.
Sorry,
see, they aged very well.
Like, they look wonderful.
And she looks great too. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah. Michelle was, again, like I said, still a gorgeous woman inside and out. She began, but her and Alexis were like best friends, her daughter. And they began having conversations with Alexis like, I mean, he's doing all this stuff. Should I be doing stuff to improve myself, to look better for him? He's doing all this stuff. And Alexis was like, you're gorgeous. What are you talking about? She said, well, your dad suggested that I get a facelift. I want to repeat that. Martin MacNeill told his wife she needs a facelift. Told him. I hypothetically raged out on Will if he ever looked at me and said, you need this.
I can't agree.
Yeah.
Ready to devil's advocate?
Yeah, do it.
He's a doctor. Yeah, he knows plastic surgery because he studied a portion of that in school. I'm 50. But I'm also married to a dude where we're like super.
You guys are tough,
raw and honest and tough. Yeah. We are tough on not really each other, but we're tough on ourselves and try to whatever together and all that jizzy jazz. So
fuck that. If Will ever told me to get a facelift, I literally would hit him. If I want one, he can support that, but like my body, my choice is how I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that I raged. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, cause she looks like that. Like
she looks great, and it's also at a time frame like 2007. Like Botox was always a thing. Like we know that, but it became a thing. I feel like in the 2000s on, like no one, only probably the rich and famous ever did it.
Right.
And there weren't generics and all the dice board and different types. Yeah. So. And like now, and once more, we have unrealistic expectations on how women are supposed to age. So, I mean, it's totally fucked up. Do not get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, dude, if it was a doctor, if I was married to a plastic surgeon and he didn't say, hey, yeah, you're probably at the age where it's time for you to get a facelift. If you wanted to get a facelift, I'd be like, yeah, you're right. Let's talk about it.
Phrasing is good.
But we don't know the phrasing.
Oh, I do. And he said, I think you need a facelift. Like out of the blue, she had never once mentioned it.
That's crazy.
Never once brought it up. She didn't approach the idea, and he said, I support it. It was over breakfast. You need a facelift.
Wow.
I'd be like, well, you need new teeth because I knocked them through your butthole.
I also have to say, too, though, like, it is so hard for women. Like, at 50, we are aging in a way that is just not a win. Yeah. And our guys are getting hotter. And that just fucking sucks as a whole when you're the same age as your spouse. And he is getting hot and young, looking younger with a tan, getting this that sucks.
And at first she was like, fuck off in her nice Mormon way. And then she said, okay. Martin scheduled everything within a few days after this, even though Michelle was like, can we chill out? Like, you just sprung this on me and you already booked it and it's in 3 days. Like, he was so, like, already knew he was going to make her do it that he was like, oh, cool, I already got it scheduled.
Does he not really? Okay.
Okay, anyway, yeah.
I know. My big thing on facelifts is that they, like, especially in that time frame, they just change the whole... It's not like Botox, and even Botox can change your face.
Right.
Let's all take 2 seconds and Google Nicole Kidman.
Right.
She is so Botoxed that, like, nothing moves or functions in her face, including her lip filler.
Right.
Which lip filler wasn't a thing then.
Right.
But I'm just like, that's like a nose job. Like, you have to truly, really make some calls and decisions and decide, like, it's going to change your face so drastically.
Not, hey, you just wrapped your head around this cool 3 days later, you're going.
Yeah, like, it's literally not a needle poke of Botox.
Right.
Where you're like, okay.
Yeah. With her daughter in medical school, because Alexis was still in medical school, and then being extremely close, Michelle wanted to wait until she had spring break so Alexis would come up and take care of her while Martin was at work. But actually, the timelines worked out. So she was able to come down for spring break.
Okay.
But I'm still, I just said, I'm still mad that he told her to get a facelift because that would just hurt, like, the way he said it and all that.
I'm sure.
On April 3rd, 2007, Michelle went under the knife for 9 hours and got her facelift. She went home, bandaged up, and the next day everything went smoothly. So Alexis left after a week, said her mom was doing well and she was comfortable. So she's like, all right, I feel good leaving her and going back to school. On April 11th, she called her mom real quick on her way to work to check on her. Michelle said, she was like, your dad's being so sweet and so kind. He's taking great care of me. Don't worry about me, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, okay, that's great. Alexis didn't know that would be the last time she spoke to her mother.
I am so mad already. Oh my gosh, I am so mad already.
Yeah. Then a 911 call came in with a man yelling he needs an ambulance and his wife is in the bathtub. I listened to the 911 call. I didn't want to play it because it's kind of jarring, but you can look it up. But Dr. Martin MacNeill was so frantic and yelling like he was hard to understand. He said, she was like, sir, are you doing CPR? And it's kind of muffled, but he's like, I'm doing it right now. Like he's screaming at this lady.
Yeah.
That his 50-year-old wife had just had surgery. The 911 operator said, do you know how to do CPR? And he screams, I'm doing it. And then she was like, sir, don't hang it. And the phone goes dead. And then she couldn't get the words all the way out to not hang up on me, stay on the line, people are on the way. Then when the first responders got there, it was too late and Michele MacNeill was dead.
I'm upset.
Yeah. That day, Dr. MacNeill said she was fine when he left the house that morning. He went to accept an award at a safety fair, and then left work at 11:30 to pick up their 6-year-old daughter Ada from school. When they got home, little Ada ran up the stairs to go see her mom and found her unresponsive in the bathtub. She's 6. Michelle's only health issue up to that point was that she had high blood pressure. She wanted to lose a couple pounds, but like nothing crazy.
There was nothing. I mean,
yeah, she was thick, but like nothing crazy.
That's why I'm like, in that photo, was that the most like? Mm-hmm. She was tiny.
Yeah, well, she's probably like she was like a little bit bigger than that, but not.
Okay, because I'm like she was very small.
Yeah,
like I don't understand the. Yeah. Even high blood pressure.
Right.
But I'm not a doctor.
8 kids. I have high blood pressure.
You right.
Okay. But she didn't smoke. She didn't drink. She was a Mormon. She was good. So she didn't do anything bad to herself, like in that sense. Dr. MacNeill said he went in and found her in the bathtub, slumped over. Her head was down in the water and her bare legs were out of the water. Now,
weird.
Ada told the police, the 6-year-old, that her mom was fully clothed in a jogging suit, laying face up with her back and her head was by the faucet, not underwater. So put a pin in that. Dr. MacNeill guessed that Michelle had took too many pain meds and had fallen in or passed out or something, but he was so distraught they couldn't get a lot out of him. Alexis, the daughter, starts putting the pieces together, and she's like, wait, why did the doctor prescribe so much medication? Like way more than normal for a facelift. Like she's not a doctor yet, but she has the medical knowledge.
Yeah.
Her dad had asked a fellow doctor to add Percocet and Valium to the arsenal of antibiotics, hydrocodone, and Ambien. And that's just a few. So like any person with medical knowledge would look at it and be like, that's too much.
Yeah.
Alexis went looking for the medications to check the dosages to see how much her mom took. And her dad said the police must have taken them. She found out that he had asked her brother and his girlfriend to flush them and throw the bottles away because he was, quote, too sad to look at them, at pill bottles.
Right after?
Mm-hmm. Red flag on the play.
Yeah, automatically I'm like, I don't know, because I was like graduating high school at this time, because so I don't really know what. Like when the oxy boom and all of that, like, is this a time where they were just prescribing it so they could get everyone addicted and then rip it away so everyone could get on heroin and be dope sicked?
That was because I got a cavity in like a cavity filled and I got prescribed hydrocodone for a cavity.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. So anyway, this was not so.
So I was first curious to see if at that time frame they were organically over prescribing the meds or not, you know, like that dope sick boom on oxy.
Michelle had told Alexis before she passed that her dad had requested.
That's what I know. And I understand that.
I know
so I was trying to understand like legally why he would have needed to remove them in any capacity, because there's a prescription that already says that it was filled.
Got it.
They'll be able to tell that it was in the system. So removing the bottles doesn't mean anything. Yeah, but that's what I was trying to understand.
Oh, yeah, because he's sad. Yeah. Okay, now I need you to go watch the Dateline episode because they play a clip of this, and it's so sad. He was at the funeral, like his wife's funeral, right? He wanted to have it ASAP, and he gave a speech. I didn't want to play it, but I need you to go watch it, like right after this. I'll text it to you. So he said,
I'll watch it while driving.
I know, you can't see him. It's just a recording.
Heard.
So okay, he said through tears, and I quote, "Lord, I thought I was your boy. Lord, I thought I was doing a good job. Lord, are you there? As the hours passed last night, the answer came to me. I've had such a good life." At his wife's funeral.
What the fuck?
Yeah. His daughter was like, and she was a daddy's girl.
So too. Alexis is the only one that spoke out after this. All their 7 kids have been silent.
No, another one of the older daughters, the adopted daughters.
The adopted?
On the show, yeah.
Okay, I'm super curious. Okay.
Yeah,
because I'm like, what the fuck would the kids think? And I'd be like, Dad.
Yeah.
I don't know where the I in this needs to be played in any capacity.
Lord, I thought I was your boy. Barf.
Fuck off.
Yeah, like, shut up. He talked about himself on, and he rambled on about shit like that. His daughters were so mad, and they already suspected that he had something to do with it, and that did not fucking help.
I'm sure asking to get rid of pills helps.
Right. The autopsy results came back, and it said it was a natural death, and that basically heart disease killed her, like hypertension and some other big heart word. So the toxicology report said her drug levels were at therapeutic levels and not crazy high. And in Utah, apparently the medical examiner's rulings outweigh everything else in court. Basically because they were like, well, once it's determined that, the case was considered a tragic medical occurrence and closed. Because like,
so she just filled up the bathtub with water. Was there water in the bathtub? Mm-hmm. Okay. So she was filled up.
They think she got too drugged up and might have hit her head or drowned.
But they said that the drugs weren't in a high level. Mm-hmm. So that makes no sense.
Right. After
Motherfuckers.
After this, family tensions grew as they tried to move forward the best they could. Martin and Alexis started arguing over how to take care of the younger children that were still at home. Martin's like, I can't do this. Like, I can't do this alone. I need a nanny. And another daughter named Rachel was like, well, I'll just move home. I'll move home and help you out. Like, I can come do that. They're my siblings. And he was like, no. He said,
oh my God. I'm going to throw this microphone. I already know. I know where we're going. Yep. And I hate this book. I hate this book.
So there's a couple twists and turns. So, okay. And then her dad's like, okay, come on. We're going to go to temple and pray about having a nanny. And her kid's like, what? All right, weirdo. So she even said that was weird because he started becoming less and less religious as he started getting more Tanafit. So, yeah, she didn't say it like that, but that's what I pulled out.
I am understanding that was likely not said, but I too understand the implications here.
Yeah. They went up to the temple, and they sat outside. And then a brunette woman walks up to them and said, I was at the funeral. I'm so sorry for your loss. Dr. MacNeill looked at her and he's like, I'm sorry, you look familiar. What's your name? And she said, hi, I'm Jillian. A week later, he hired Jillian to care for the children. Alexis was livid. Her mother had told her previously in confidence, because besties, that she thought Martin was having an affair with her. So she knew the name.
Okay, first.
Wait.
All I can give is, oh my gosh. I'm so happy that she was close with her daughter.
Right. And he didn't know she knew anything. So
because I'm blown away that a mom would admit to her daughter that she, like that's a hard thing to do.
Yeah. So Michelle had asked Alexis for help to prove this during one of her visits home. She had gone through her dad's phone. Alexis did. She hacked into it, downloaded everything, saw a number he kept calling. So they called it and a woman said hello. And when they talked, she hung up. They paid for an online search and got the name Gypsy Jillian Willis. And then on the show, she goes, we thought it was like a stripper or something.
Why wouldn't you?
All right. Before her death, Michelle had confronted Martin about all this, but he denied it. She went to him and was like, what the fuck are you doing? And the next day was when he said she should get a facelift. So she finds out her husband was cheating.
And she still did it.
In the Mormon faith, like, divorce is kind of like a...
I know, but that really shocks me. Because my first thought was that you're going to try to fuck me up after the surgery. Like, you're going to overdose me or something and make it look like an accident. That was my first thought.
Right.
Because that's a pretty big surgery. That's not a fucking boob job. So, automatically, I was leaning towards it. And you're automatically kind of thinking he's having an affair because tan fit. He probably whined his teeth, too. All of those things point in that direction at the age of 50.
Right.
Or at any time, but also at the age of 50. So, then she believes that he's having an affair, gets the name, and then still chooses to go under the knife. That just shows her level of commitment to her man.
Right.
Which is sad, unfortunately.
She wanted to keep her family together is what I assume.
Yeah, and she probably just really loved the dude.
Yeah. I mean, 30 years, like, long time.
I mean, it's longer than you were alive.
Right.
Like, you spend more time with him than without.
Right. So, Martin moved Gypsy into their home as a live-in nanny 2 weeks after Michele passed away. Here is a picture of Gypsy.
Okay, no. This is a no. That's a no for me, dog. This is no.
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 It's a downgrade.
It is. Like, I am not trying to pin women against women as I'm pinning women against women.
Well, you can already tell this is not going to end well. Like, it has.
Yes, I don't know how involved she is. I can only assume all of this was planted, and I know you're going to tell me that, but no.
Yeah, no.
Like, I am sorry, his wife, even if there's a 20-year age difference, is still more attractive.
Right. And a better human. But anyway, okay.
Wonderboy Media is not only the proud producer of this glorious magic imploring your ear holes right now, but they're also a big deal.
Get in touch with them today to make all of your dreams a freaking reality.
From using their bangin' ass podcast studio,
where we are right now,
to creating amazing videos and editing our content like the mystical mavericks they are.
Your podcast can go further when you have a Wonder Boy.
Hit up Drew today at WBOYmedia.com.
Or text him day or night at 270.
Just kidding.
Does your face look like a mugshot lately?
Then it is officially time for you to visit Hetef Aesthetics in Owensboro, Kentucky or Nashville, Tennessee.
That's right. Go see our girl Amber Teasley and her team because they'll have your face and your skin look like a damn filter.
And their staff is absolutely amazing. It's like a mini Botox party, which personally is my favorite. You leave looking fresher and you don't have a hangover.
Another good thing is that if you go in there and you tell them that A Couple of Sassholes sent you, you get 15% off of everything.
That's unbelievable. So if you have been considering getting that glow up and making that ex jealous, it's time.
His daughters were fucking pissed, like, beyond measure. Because then, of course, Alexis told the other sisters, like...
Oh, I'd be trying not to murder my dad.
Yeah, like, they're like, what? Why? Like, so they were like, all right, you want to play games? We're going to start digging in your closet. We're going to get them skeletons out. One of the daughters, I don't know which one, but she posted a blog basically saying, if you have any dirt on my dad, let me know.
Yes, honey.
And boy, did they come in.
Yes, yes, yes.
One of them, okay, so he had a ton of affairs. He was not the little Dr. Christian soldier that he liked everybody to think he was. Then they went to their Aunt Linda, who was Michelle's sister, and they were like, Linda, listen, literally, like, look at all this. And basically, she was like, we got it. Okay, come on. This is legit. Cause
this is something.
She knew something was up to. They're like, everybody did. So,
I'm blown away, like, real quick. I'm so sorry. It's so shocking to me that this guy was so smart, lawyer, doctor, whatever the fuck, because I really want to know how he could have practiced both, because I don't understand that.
Yeah.
But how he thought that amount of time and all of these things was like that his smart, intelligent offspring wasn't going to be upset.
Right.
And that they weren't in like loving their mom.
Yeah.
That they would do any of this. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's very ballsy, like brava, finger snaps for these women.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, how dumb of him.
Yeah. And
he just wanted to have the bitch move in as fast as possible.
I mean, it's just fucking
unbelievable.
It's literally unbelievable. So they go to the police. The police are like, they didn't say this, but it was implied. they watch too much true crime, and it's a closed case. But even though that they didn't investigate it from the start as a homicide, like that right off the jump, white man doctor in Mormon country.
Yep.
Yeah. They were like, she died of natural causes. Just go away. Like, basically, like, I know you're upset. Sorry for your loss. There ain't shit we can do. So then they were like, no, fuck you. And then they went to the county's attorney's office, and they would not back down. The guy was like, they were really relentless. Like, just read this, and if you read through it and you disagree with us, we will get out of your face. So they read through it. They laid everything out, all the timeline for him, and he was like, you know what? It can't hurt. It can't hurt to look. Let's look. So he was like, I want to see his background as a doctor. Let's start with Martin and just look at his background. Apparently, he had faked his college transcripts and forged it to get into medical school. Yeah. Different graduation date, different, like they compared it. They were like, this doesn't line up. So then they found out he'd also been convicted for forging checks a while back. So they were like, all right, so we're going to keep digging.
Yeah, like you.
This is not the person that we thought he was.
Yes.
The girls were all shattered, obviously. Like they suspected that their dad, who they used to idolize, was a cheating murderer. And then they lost their mom. Like the glue.
And then realizing too that their dad isn't just a cheating murderer. He's actually been a piece of absolute dog piss.
Yeah. And from I didn't put this in here, but like over the years, as he had such a big brain, even his neighbors were like, we loved when Michelle would come to like neighborhood gatherings and cookouts and stuff. And if Martin was there, everyone was like, oh God, they all hated him. The daughter said that as they got older, he would just say weird things and make sure everybody knew he was the smartest person in the room, and he was really arrogant. And they said that they would have to go around apologizing for their dad a lot. So like she still idolized him, but over the years she was like, you're kind of a dick. Like, so he kind of changed, obviously. But yeah, their whole lives got blown up, and now they have to go after their dad when they're trying to mourn. You know?
Absolutely terrible.
And
couldn't even imagine.
They had one son. His name was Damien. And it was their biological son. And he didn't want to hear any of the dad did it. And he stood by his dad through all of it. He had a tough time after his mother's death. And 2 years went by with no movement on the case.
Oh, fuck.
No hard evidence to tie him. Gypsy's still living in the house where Michelle died. Life moved on. Then in January 2009, Martin and Gypsy were arrested. But not for murder. But get ready.
Oh, my fuck. Oh, my fuck.
This is nuts. Okay, so Martin goes to his daughter Giselle, the one from the Ukraine. And she's 16. And he was like, I want to send you like to Ukraine to meet your biological sister. Giselle called her cousin from the Ukraine. She was crying. She basically said she was stuck and she was abandoned in another country. Apparently, Martin and Gypsy had planned all this out. They were going to take over Giselle's identity for Gypsy. Gypsy was basically broke and had a ton of debt, so this would wipe her debt away. They were going to use that social security number for a new name, Jillian MacNeill. They started posing as husband and wife, and they even used the date of Michelle's funeral as their wedding date on the fake marriage document. Yeah. 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 So they...
You...
Right.
have blown me the fuck away.
Yeah. Yeah.
The fuck.
Yeah.
The fuck.
Yep.
Oh my God, I feel so bad for his wife and his kids. The fact that that was the date.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they're stealing the identity of
a 16-year-old.
And it left a 16-year-old in...
shipped her off to Ukraine and
Ukraine. Not even like a chill country.
Yeah.
We're not even talking about London.
Yeah. Like...
Holy cannoli. Uh-huh. Oh my fuck.
So they both pled guilty to fraud in January of 2009. Martin got 4 years and Gypsy got 21 months for the fraud. This is the only hard evidence they had on him. So to avoid more charges, Gypsy agreed to testify against Dr. MacNeill, her fake husband, in any future legal proceedings. So that was a win. Like, Gypsy's flipped on him.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm going to save my own ass, so I'll tell you whenever you want. And her voice is really annoying. I can't stand listening to her talk.
Everything about her looks annoying, including her jawline. But what the fuck? Okay. So, okay. So, okay. They get arrested for this. Mm-hmm. And then they go to court and they go through all of it and they get sentenced. But during that time frame, like, I need to understand the detectives are over here, like, not adding up and now they're reinvestigating for the murder.
The county attorney's office had been trying, but they couldn't get that smoking gun. Like, they kept taking
So when this happened, dicks are hard as rocks. And they're like, we're going to pound town on them.
Yeah. Okay. Because they said the detective was on the show and he was like, the second that Gypsy said, sure, I'll tell you whatever I want or whatever you want, just basically I'm not getting any more charges slapped on me and I want all this, this, and this. They were like, yeah.
So what did they think was going to happen with the daughter that they just dropped off in the Ukraine? That she was just going to die?
I don't know. I have no idea. I wondered the same thing.
Because I'm like, did she just called? She was like, well, let me get a payphone here. Let me borrow someone's cell phone.
She called her cousin, which I'm pretty sure was Aunt Linda's daughter. And then Aunt Linda
was like, they left me.
Yeah.
Like, they never came back.
Yeah. Just like abandoned.
I don't even know how to get back out of the country.
She's
I don't even know her residency and stuff. And they obviously bought the ticket, so she wouldn't have had, fucking hell.
Right. Okay. Another sad tragedy from this story, on top of everything else, is that Damian MacNeill, Martin's son, he cut off all contact with his sisters after his father was sentenced for the fraud, and then he took his own life.
I had a feeling that was...
Yeah, he did.
How sad.
So now 2 lives are lost because of this asshole.
And why? He was just so disappointed in his dad that he felt so...
I don't think he could face it because he put him on a pedestal and thought he didn't do it this whole time, and then he's like, now you're getting arrested for shipping my sister overseas and trying to steal her identity. Like, I think his world just crumbled. Yeah. And he had a hard time with his mom anyway. His mental health wasn't great.
Oh, so sad.
So this was so crucial in their murder investigation, though, when Gypsy said she would flip. So she spilled, like, all of it. She didn't hold anything back. She said that Martin had arranged for her to be the one outside the temple that day with his daughter when they, quote, met, so he could move her in. They had to go back to the prosecuting attorney, and they're like, will you please charge this motherfucker with murder? Like, what? Please. We have her. He said, I can't because the medical examiner's ruling is natural cause death still, and it won't hold up in court in the state, which seems nutso because of literally everything else I've said.
Yes.
So they went back to the medical examiner again, the detectives did, and it was a different guy now. And they forced him, when they're sitting there, he goes, did you read what I sent over? And he's like, I mean, I skimmed it. And they're like, he goes, read 2 paragraphs while I'm sitting right here and tell me it doesn't make you want to review it again. The guy was like, do it right now. I'm going to wait. And he read it and he goes, okay, well, I'll look at it. And he did. And he was like, So he switched it after they presented him a case with it of why they thought it was different from natural causes to undetermined. But he refused to call it a homicide. He just would put undetermined, which allows them to move forward because it was natural causes they couldn't. In 2012, Martin MacNeill was released from prison for fraud. They go back to the prosecutor again, and he was like, well, show me how she died then. He believed him, but he said he needs something solid. So they interviewed the first responders again that responded to Michelle's crime scene. And he said that when they arrived, Michelle had vomited up like 3 or 4 cups of water when they tried to do CPR. This means that he either didn't do CPR, Martin did, even though he said he was doing it, or he did it wrong. And he's a doctor. Yeah. So, like, you're not going to vomit up water if you've already had CPR and you had drowned. So now this is the last piece of somewhat circumstantial puzzle so they can move forward. So here's the timeline. Michelle finds out Mormon Dr. Holy Boy is cheating, confronts him, and then the next day he's like, you need a facelift, and 8 days later she's dead. Like, I wanted to reiterate how quick that moved. He didn't. And
then 14 days later, new woman moves in.
A nanny. He didn't, and Martin didn't want to lose his reputation, his job, and lose everything. In August of 2012, 5 years after Michelle passed away, the daughters and Aunt Linda's hard work paid off, and Martin was in court on first-degree murder charges. Now, they held up. I love these women. They're so fucking strong.
I'm so impressed by them.
They're amazing. And, like, even on the interviews and stuff, it's just like you want to just high five them, you know?
Yeah, like way to fucking pay attention and care and fucking do the hard things and not give up
5 years of it.
And fucking write blog posts and fucking like just do the damn thing.
I got chills. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like truly unbelievable.
So they sit behind their dad, who used to be their idol, holding up photos of their mother in the courtroom.
Get them.
I know. And like the prosecution laid out their story that Martin drugged Michele and then drowned her in the bathtub so he could keep everything and be a gypsy. They brought all the skeletons out in court. Now, I need you to look up these clips on YouTube as well. Like the court clips. Yeah. They said the day of Michele's funeral, besides that weird-ass eulogy that I read, he was described by many as gleeful and joyful until it was his time to speak. He even made a joke in front of people at his wife's funeral, and he said, man, I got to get used to the bachelor life, I guess.
Okay. I want to fucking punch him in the face.
Yep.
But also, was he just fully out of love with her? Like, was this affair? Like, did he just, like, where did the 30 years go? Where did the taking care and nurturing 8 children? Where was birthing 4 fucking humans from your stupid fucking skank seed? Where the fuck did that go?
I know. And he was cheating, like, oh, get ready. You're going to get him.
I
know.
Where did it all go? Because falling out of love is not fucking easy.
Right.
It's tiny, tiny paper cuts over and over and over and over and over again. And at any time you can say, I don't want to keep getting these paper cuts, and remove the paper and work on them. I don't understand. I don't understand. And I'm hostile.
I mean, yeah. If this was brand new, if I didn't write this, I'd be pissed off too, which I still am. But
do you know the Muffin Man? No,
I knew you were going to say that. It was in my head, and I was like, keep it inside, don't say it. So thank you.
Do you know how long? Like, and I don't know if you're going to say it. That's why I'm asking this right now. Do you know how long they were having an affair before?
Hang on.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, like I said on the 911 call when Martin called, if you listen to it, he sounds like hindsight. Whenever I went, because after this, I went back and listened to it again after I learned more. He sounds more pissed off and less frantic now that you know the context. Like, he sounds mad. He mumbled a lot, and he hung up on them 3 times. Like, he hung up
because they kept calling back?
Yeah, they called back, and the first responders even had trouble finding the house because I listened to it, and you can't understand when he says the address. He, like, screams it inaudibly, and it sounds like it's on purpose. I don't know.
Oh, it is on purpose.
Also, the first responders, who are trained trauma response people, said they were scared of him and he was super erratic. They said that he would stop. He was doing CPR, then he would stop in the middle and yell at her body, "Why did you do this? Why did you do this?" And then he hit her in the chest with his hand. Like, he's a doctor. Like, you're trained to be calm too. I get it's your wife, but like, you're trained to be chill, and
you're trained to walk into the situation and be like, this is what needs to be done.
Right.
I need to pull her out. I need to check her airways. I need to give chest compressions. I need to do all of these things. Yes. Yep. But instead, that's like a cop walking into a fucking disaster and being like, what do I do? You fucking know, bitch. You're trained. That's a turkey.
Okay. I know. I'm just like, let's play. I have to finish this sad story. Okay. Okay.
He slaps her hand on the chest.
Slaps. Okay. But again, he really wasn't doing CPR because she threw out the water when they took over. And this one really, all of this pisses me off, but this one sticks with me because she was so young. So remember 6-year-old Ada who found her mom, ran up the stairs to be like, "Mommy, I'm home," and yeah. Martin told her during this, he was like, "Go to the neighbors and get help. Tell them I need help with your mom." So 6-year-old goes to the neighbor's house, which they know. She knocked on the door and the woman answered, and she ran over to the house with her. She said, my mommy's not answering. She's in the bathtub. Dad said he needs help or something. So she runs up the stairs. She's like, "Oh my God." Michele was still in the bathtub, and she said Martin, he was obsessed with working out, remember? He yelled at the neighbor as soon as she walked in to help him with his dying or dead wife. She goes, "No, I need a man's help. Go get your husband." Like, she's like, "I'm here to, just let me," he goes, the cop was like, she didn't even let you try. He's like, no, he told me to get out and go get my husband. Like, in a trauma situation, you're going to try to help. It's just like
anyone. Anyone. You're just like 2 extra pairs of hands.
Yeah, like
and
the
he
mom
could have picked her up.
I know. And especially like the adrenaline,
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, the adrenaline rush of it.
When a mom lifts a car.
Yes.
Like, off of a child. Like, fuck her. Like, you're doing push-ups in the middle of sentences. Pick up your fucking wife.
I feel very confident that you could move a hutch into a living room with her.
Yeah.
Motherfuck.
I know.
Oh, my stupid fuck.
I know, but the fact that when she runs over to help, sees her neighbor, who she was actually friends with, unresponsive, and he's like, go get your husband, you're not good enough. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I would have also screamed my husband's name, though. If like a little kid came up to my front door and was like, I need help, I would have been like, Travis, fucking run, grab your phone, call 911. Yeah, I don't know what's happening, run over.
Right. All of the
But these are doctors' houses, so I do say that, and I'm like, I bet these fucking houses were huge, and I don't even know if you could hear someone scream. I don't know what it's like to be rich.
Clyde was in the West Wing.
And he could not hear me screams.
Yeah. He was in the theater. Okay. Where am I at? Okay. All other witnesses that had seen Michele, hang on, I'm sorry. Okay. All other witnesses didn't see her in the tub like he told the cops, though, like all that shit. He told one story of how he found her, like underwater, legs up, and then her daughter, everybody else was like, she had clothes on and stuff when I was there, and her head was out of the water. Then Gypsy skank ass takes the stand. First of all, she is one of the most unlikable witnesses that I've seen in a very long time. She has a face and an attitude and a tone of her voice that makes you want to fucking hit her.
I can't help laughing because I can hear Jess eating my chips or something.
You kept looking up. And I was like, what? You kept looking over and I'm like, what, is the dog here?
No,
like,
I was like, I could, and there was just a moment of intense chewing that was making me laugh, and I couldn't even help it. And then you're like, this bitch is unlikable, and I'm like, I bet she is.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry that distracted me.
Jess,
I was like, I want to know what she's eating.
I got 2 more pages.
And I want one after this.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
Okay.
So she was unlike, you can tell.
But like her voice, she's just like, she sounds so condescending and uppity, and she's not. She's obviously broke as fuck because she tried to steal a 16-year-old's identity, even though it wasn't her idea.
And she was nothing.
Yeah,
like,
she was literally...
You're being uppity to an educated, intelligent, beautiful woman who had children and raised their family.
Yeah,
and
she was a fucking twat. Also, I saw a clip. I didn't put it in here, but they were talking about when Martin proposed to Gypsy. He went back to her hometown and like met her parents, and like she had fist fought with her parents, like her mom. She beat the shit out of her mom, like at home. Like her sister was like, she's a conniving bitch, basically. Like her sister was like, she will use anyone and do anything. So like Gypsy acted like she was holier than thou, but like. She's shit.
She's trash.
She's trash.
Gypsy,
but trash Willis.
Yeah, I'm also just like, I don't know, when you name a kid Gypsy.
I mean, Cher wrote a song about it.
It feels like choices were being made.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
Yeah.
It was so hard for me not to type Gypsy Rose every time I did.
I bet.
Okay, so yeah, she was cocky as fuck, and I wrote, she has a face that you just want to hit. Like you just want to hit her. And then, okay, so she and Martin met online, and it was casual. She said they would meet up whenever they could.
They met online.
And, quote, sometimes, she said, we would have sex about half the time, and sometimes we would just have lunch. Okay, so a sandwich or a penis, whatever you want. Whenever they had time.
Interesting. So he was looking.
Yeah. Then
this wasn't a... Mm-hmm. That was a nurse. We fell in love. We were working long shifts. I just couldn't help it. My wife wasn't touching my pee-pee anymore. This wasn't the wank my fucking left nut bullshit. Oh, man.
Wank my left nut? I'm like...
That's weird.
Okay. I got 2 more pages. So, okay. They had her cell phone. Like, obviously, they had Gypsy's cell phone.
Yes.
They found a nude selfie showing her whole ass that she had sent to Martin the day after Michele's funeral. Also, and she goes, they said, do you know what this is? And she looks at it and she goes, and giggles, and I'm like, ooh, I don't know how the daughters didn't fucking slam her head into that Bible she put her hand on. Oh, get this. She actually crashed the funeral. She went to Michelle's funeral. She said she wanted to be there for Martin. I'm like, dude, so inappropriate. Like on
I can't even.
The 2020 lady was literally like, that's
psychotic.
Basically tacky as fuck. Like she said it without saying. I can't remember the word, and she was like, I was just trying to be there for Martin. She's like, do you know how that looks? And she was like texting him like dirty texts and stuff like the day of. Like all awful.
I just want to distract you with my butthole. Weird. Fucking.
You know what he needs? The old Razzle Dazzle.
Always. When a man's sad, give him the old Razzle Dazzle.
Or wank his left nut off or whatever weird thing you said that's not a thing. Okay. So 2 weeks later, crashes his wife's funeral. 2 weeks later, she was moved in the house as a, quote, nanny. But when from the older kids testified, she didn't do anything but fucking stare at Martin all googly-eyed and study for her nursing degree. And then they asked her about it on the stand, and she goes, well, when the older children were home, I did defer to them for childcare so I could pursue my nursing. Shut up, bitch.
Oh, my God,
Shut
I hate
up.
her.
They were
I
like,
hate her
she
so
didn't
much.
cook, she didn't clean, she didn't, what is that Cardi B song? I don't cook, I don't clean. Yeah, but that's what, she didn't do anything.
But she gave him the old Razzle Dazzle.
Except for that.
Motherfuck.
They never officially got legally married, but forged the marriage certificate because they're forgers, with her new fake name that she stole from Martin's 16-year-old daughter. She kept trying to downplay their relationship on the stand. Like, I was just in love. I don't know what was happening. But she basically was like, we weren't that serious. Bitch, you lived with him and said, yeah.
Oh my God,
she's
fuck
just
off.
Lying.
I wish a motherfucker would tell me that it wasn't that serious when they lived with the person and was like, quote unquote, raising their kids.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You showed up to their okay. Okay.
And then they sit there and they were like, oh, okay, that's cute. Here, read all these letters that Martin wrote to you while you guys were in prison for fraud. And they made her read, and she was like so giggling, like, and he was like, I only think about you. You're perfect. Barf, all this barfy shit.
Oh my gosh.
So the prosecution found another mistress that was right before Gypsy.
Ooh.
She testified.
Tasty.
She testified that one day Martin was telling her, casually, that there's something you can give someone to kill them that's untraceable, so it looks like a heart attack. Alexis took the stand against her father, and when I was watching, I was like, yes. She laid it all out there, and she was very like relatable. Like she was a great witness. Like said everything with conviction, but not like aggressive. Because you know that people, sadly, that you can have all the facts, but what your delivery and your demeanor will affect.
What you just said about fucking Gypsy.
God, yes.
Like she was an unlikable witness.
Right.
It is what it is. It's
a
and
thing.
You can be an unlikable victim.
Right.
And that fucking sucks too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Guess what? You can be fucking unlikable in any situation.
Right.
And you're extra judged when you put your hand on a Bible and fucking say, I'm under oath.
Right. So the defense, of course, was doing their shady defense jobs and trying to poke holes in her story. They brought up the coroner to the stand, and they made him restate that he didn't rule it a homicide. And he said that his decision to change the outcome of two undetermined on the coroner's report was heavily influenced by police. Duh. Like, of course it was, but they made him come up and say it, so they were trying to poke holes. They also said that the water in her lungs from doing CPR in the bathtub was because he was unable to pick up his wife. At this time, she weighed about 182 pounds, but he works out like crazy and the adrenaline pumping, like we said. So you should be able to freaking pick up your wife if you think she's dying and you need to save her life.
I could pull 182 pounds out of a bathtub if it was my husband.
Right. And you thought he was dead.
Yes. I say all of that.
You could.
I've tried to drag Travis before when we're like, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of hard.
Yeah, but if you thought it was life or
Once
death.
more, male versus female.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, we're not talking about her trying to pull his fucking 200-pound frame out of a bathtub. Homeboy worked out.
Right. They said, his attorney said that he couldn't have killed her because he wasn't there when she died. The jury deliberated for 11 hours. And the defense thought it was too long. The prosecution thought it was too quick because there's a lot of shit.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah. Martin MacNeill was found guilty of first-degree murder. He didn't react at all when they, like, he kind of put his head down, but he didn't react because I always look to see how they react. And his attorney said, quote, he goes, I know it's weird, but this is what he said to me. He said he looked over and said, I respect what my daughters did, not because I killed my wife, but because if they really believed I killed her, I would expect them to advocate for her, so I understand.
That was a smart answer.
His attorney was like, you just got sentenced and this is your response, but whatever. Because I think he fucking did it.
That's a very powerful, if there was a microphone in front of his face kind of statement.
He was sentenced to 17 years to life in prison. In April of 2017, his sentence was cut short when he took his own life in his cell. So he didn't spend very much time in jail.
They are not doing a good job at preventing suicide in jail.
Yeah. This poor family finally got justice, but the effects of this tragedy will stay with them forever.
Oh my gosh, what a family ripped apart.
And that's the sad story of the death of Michele MacNeill. And if you guys are looking it up, her last name is spelled MacNeill. MacNeill.
So Gypsy didn't get any additional time for this?
Nope, because she spilled the beans and that's all they had. And she's done interviews. She has she's trash. I can't stand her. She has a PR person. She's trying to
make money off of this.
Her interviews are gross. I can't. And her own sister's like, I'm embarrassed, basically. Her own sister's like, she's trash.
Of course it makes sense that somebody who would beat their mom and then all this shit would happen, that she would take it this way. Yeah. When you're trash, you're trash. Yeah. And you're going to do trash shit. Mm-hmm. And that is a big old flaming pile of trash.
Go look her up because she did, I just hate watching it.
And she probably doesn't even fucking care. That's the craziest part is, she tries to talk down their relationship, which means that she wasn't madly in love with him.
Yeah. No, because the second she got in trouble, she was like, oh, I'll flip.
Not only that, but, he had a wife that went through
everything.
All of their life's journeys together, ups, downs, childbirth, all of that shit, but also got a facelift because he said she should get a facelift to try to be more attractive for him, to try to figure out if she needed to be changing up her lifestyle to make sure that she was more attractive to him.
Right.
Just all of these things. Mm-hmm. It's just, it's so sad. Yeah. It's so upsetting. Mm-hmm. And then not to mention they lose their mom, their dad, and their only brother.
Right. And he cut
all of it because what, he wanted to get his dick wet?
Right. Yeah. That's the thing. And she says she knew nothing about this, which I don't believe.
I don't believe that either.
But she also lied when she came out of the courtroom because oh God, I can't fucking stand her. I'm getting re-pissed. So she walks out of the courtroom after she testifies and the press are there and they're like, how do you feel? And she's like, everything was just so overwhelming. I've never even gotten a speeding ticket before. Bitch, first of all, we know that's a lie.
Oh my God.
Even Keith Morrison goes, which we know is a lie. I love him. Oh, Keith. But yeah, and she's going on Dr. Phil. She just looks dumb. It's like a bad reality show where they obviously want to play the villain, but they don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's one of those that she wants people to want to hate her and she's going to try to make money off of it. Just look her up. Anyway, I fucking can't stand her. It's a sad story. The kids apparently Alexis is a doctor. I couldn't find anything on the younger ones, but
they hit out.
Yeah, they brought them all together, and the two older girls.
Because that was 20 years ago now.
Yeah,
that's so sad.
Yep,
that's so sad and terrible, and a whole life ruined for nothing. Again, for nothing.
Yeah, none of them are necessary, but this one was extra unnecessary.
At the end of the day, though, if your wife raised your kids and was with you for 30 years, she deserves fucking half of what you got. Mm-hmm. So if all of this, because it wasn't that he wanted his cake and he wanted to eat it too, fucking bullshit that way.
He was cheating, and then he wanted to keep his public image, and
then she gets a facelift. She realizes that he had an affair, and she still loves him so much that she'll go about doing these eccentric things to keep him there.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you could have divorced her, and you would have lost a little bit of money,
and
but she would have gotten
all that. That's but I get it. Sorry,
right. In the Mormon. You don't even care because you're cheating and you're breaking the faith that you already bullshit. It doesn't matter if you're breaking the laws, quote unquote, of your religion.
Right.
Then why the fuck would you care about your standing in said religion if you were already breaking it?
Right.
So there was no reason to not just get divorced. Like, this wasn't some passionate big love thing where they slowly fell in love. It was a new fucking pussy. That's all it was.
And let's be honest, it looks like, judging from the book cover, I'm assuming that
the pages were trash.
The pages are a little battered and tattered. Yeah, I know.
Just made, and like sad. You take an amazing mother away from 8 children.
And the younger kids too.
And they're like, your children.
Yeah, the 6-year-old, like, she's fucked up for life. Like, she found her mother.
They all are.
Yeah.
Because there's no right.
Yeah.
They all are. There's nothing, like, you decided to fucking take a beautiful family and just knock it on its axis and fuck up their entire lives.
Right.
And then you take a bitch way out.
Right.
For no reason, once more, just to have sex with somebody who had an annoying voice. When your wife obviously knew and likely would have turned a blind eye because she did.
Yeah,
So even if he wanted to have cake, eat it too, whatever.
Right. Right. Yeah. Well,
thanks for riling me up before I hit that road.
I know.
That open road.
I gotta get you fired up because apparently 19 Alani's wasn't doing the trick.
All right. I'm ready to rock. Well, thank you so much. That was fucked up. Yeah. Don't forget, like, rate, review, subscribe, all free things that really help us out. If you listen to podcasts on a whole bunch of different things, say fuck that. Go to Spotify, like, rate, review, subscribe there.
You got to watch us.
Yeah.
You get to watch us for free.
Do it.
Check out our Buy Me a Coffee. Buy us a coffee.
Check out our merch store and do all that fun jazz.
Just do all the things.
Yeah.
We want you to love us.
Yes. Please, please.
Yes.
All right. Don't forget, don't get mad.
Get sassy.
We love you. Bye.
Bye.
This episode was sponsored, edited, and produced by Wonderboy Media. Get the deets at WBOYmedia.com to see how you can make your podcast dreams a reality.
Help us out and be sure to rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen to our audio project. Don't forget, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at, of course, A Couple of Sassholes.
Want more sass? Become a member of our Patreon for bonus content, merch, and more. Plus, we're on Cameo now, so there's even more ways to get the sass you need just how you like it. As always, don't get mad.
Get sassy.
Theodore, can I bet that?